Before you spend $10,000 or more on programmatic SEO, you've got to ask a hard question. Will any of those pages actually rank in an AI first search world? You see, programmatic SEO used to be one of the fastest way to grow traffic. But now, with AI overviews showing up at the top of search results, people aren't even clicking on links. So, is it still a smart investment? Or is it just expensive technical debt that adds risk and zero results? In the next few minutes, I'm going to break it all down. No hype, no fluff, just what you need to know before spending a dime. Here's what I'm covering today. First, I'll break down what programmatic SEO actually is in plain English. You'll finally understand what all the touchy folks are talking about when they say scale content using templates. Then I look at some real world examples. Some companies absolutely crushed it with programmatic SEO. Others, not anymore. You'll see exactly why some worked and others flopped, and how to avoid their mistakes. And last, I talk about what's happening now that AI is changing how people search. What does it mean for your SEO strategy? Is programmatic SEO still worth it? By the end of this video, you'll know whether programmatic SEO fits your business goals or if it's one of those shiny marketing tactics that sounds good but ends up going nowhere. Let me take you back to the gold rush. No, not literally. During the California gold rush, tens of thousands of people flooded west to dig for treasure. But most of them came home with nothing. So, who actually made money? The folks selling the shovels, the pickaxes, the maps. The tool sellers got rich, not the miners. And today, it kind of feels like that's what's happening with programmatic SEO. Every SaaS company, every marketing agency, and every tool out there promises you explosive growth through templates, automation, and AI generated content. They show you charts, they show you dashboards, but here's what no one's talking about. Are those thousands of pages actually getting any traffic anymore? Now that AI is giving you the answers right on the search page. That's the real question. Let's get into it. But first things first, what's programmatic SEO? Programmatic SEO is the process of using templates, automation, and structured data to build lots, sometimes hundreds and even thousands of landing pages fast. But instead of writing each page by hand, you create a template once, plug in variables like product names, locations, or features, and generate SEO pages at scale. Think at how Wise does it. They have pages for converting euro to USD, GBP to Canadian dollar, and hundreds more currency pairs. They didn't write all those manually. They used a smart system, a real data to scale out content that ranks. That's programmatic SEO in action. You're still targeting long tail keywords. You're still trying to match user intent. You're just doing programmatically. Sounds efficient, right? It can be, but it's not magic. If the pages don't provide real value, if they are thin and repetitive, they either underperform or get flagged by Google. When it works and when it doesn't. Now, let's get clear on this. Programmatic SEO can work, but only under the right conditions. It works when you've got structured or proprietary data, something others can just copy. Your domain already has authority, meaning Google trusts your site. you are targeting patterns that people actually search for, like best co-working spaces in X city, or how to send money from country A to country B. If those patterns exist and you've got the assets to support them, you can create dozens or even hundreds of useful pages without doing each one manually. But it fails when you're just spinning pages with AI, swapping out city names or products as you. There's no unique content or insight. You don't have topical authority or backlinks to support it. Let me be blunt. If your strategy is copy paste with keywords, don't bother. Google's smarter than that. And users, they bounce instantly when they land on a page that looks automated or empty. Right? Programmatic SEO isn't a shortcut, it's a system. And it only works when each page serves a real need. Who got it right and who lost? Big. Let's look at some real world examples. First, let's speak about the winners. Wise used real time financial data. They made their pages not just rank, but useful. You could calculate exchange rates, find Swift codes, or compare fees. That's what Google loves utility. At the time of filming this video, they have a whopping 92 million organic traffic monthly, rank for some 3.5 million keywords, and have over 10 million pages on their website. Their currency converter pages rank for about 2.2 million keywords. Here is a Wise page example, a page of currency converter from USD to Mexican peso in Spanish. You can, of course, convert the sum of money you are interested in. See how much it costs you to send money via Wise and three other competitors. A chart with the price evolution for this pair in time, statistics of the last 90 days, maximum, minimum, example of amounts already converted in both directions, and FAQs. That's quite a lot of information. The reality is that delivering this type of programmatic SEO requires huge resources and proprietary data. Wise has them and could afford to do this. TripAdvisor scans location pages based on user reviews and real-time activity. Each city page is loaded with insight, things to do, restaurant, traveler tips. That's not just SEO, that's product-driven content. Now they have roughly 96 million organic traffic monthly and rank for about 17 million keywords and over 2 million pages. They rank for over 1 million keywords related to restaurants and almost 2 million of keywords related to attractions or activities in various locations. Here is how an attraction page looks. I bet everyone saw at least once one of these. For example, a page that displays things to do in Paris is very comprehensive and includes popular experience, must-do experiences in Paris, French wine and gourmet delights, art and culture, top attractions in Paris, top attractions around Paris, museum tickets and passes, dinner cruises, day cruises, walking tours, day trips, city tours. Quite a lot. One can spend an entire day exploring these options. Webflow used feature-based content to target use cases like best website builder for SaaS or template for real estate. They built smart, focused landing pages using consistent language and UX. But now let's talk about the ones who struggled. ClickUp expanded too quickly. They created tons of SEO pages, but many were too similar to follow. They got hit in algorithm update, and a lot of that traffic dropped. They used to have 3 million organic traffic by the beginning of this year, and now their traffic dropped to half. For example, they have over 300 pages related to products. Here is a sample page. It lists some benefits of AI learning in this case, explains what's ClickUp Brain, lists some prompts, some FAQs, a table explaining why choose ClickUp Brain, and the latest of their blog. Compare it with TripAdvisor or Wise. Such pages are very thin and explain why their programmatic SEO finally failed. Go to. Once a giant in the B2B review space, lost millions of clicks after Google's spam update. Why? Too many low-value duplicate pages. Not enough difference. Their current organic traffic stands at 600,000, and it was a while back close to 4 million. Lesson: if your content is just quantity with no unique edge, you are building a house of cards, and Google will knock it down. 100%. Dangers of programmatic SEO. Even if you pull it off, there are dangers that most people don't talk about. First, tech debt. Let's say you build 1,000 pages. You now have to monitor, maintain, and update those pages. That means more QA, more dev time, and more complexity, especially if your site evolves. Second, content depth. Most programmatic pages don't perform. In fact, they often get zero traffic, but they still count against your site's quality score. Over time, these pages can dilute your authority, hurt your crawl budget, and trigger ranking drops. Even Google's own team has warned about this. John Mueller said it best: programmatic SEO is often a fancy banner for spam. And honestly, he's not wrong, if you are doing it the lazy way. AI search and the future of programmatic SEO. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: AI search. With AI overviews, users are getting full answers right inside Google without clicking anything. So, if your programmatic pages are just summarizing what's already out there, forget it. You won't even be visible. Even Wise, with its useful pages, might not be relevant anymore, as users will ask what is of interest for them, get their answer, no clicks needed. Here's how the game's changed. Thin content gets skipped entirely. Overviews pull from authoritative sources only. Generic pages get buried under AI answers and rich results. But that doesn't mean programmatic SEO is dead. It just means it needs to evolve. Add expert commentary, include tools, calculator, tables, solve real problems on the page. Don't just rank for the term. If you are not building content that adds unique, structured value that readers are interested to see, you will be invisible now. Programmatic SEO still works, but only when it's paired with substance. But if you are a small business thinking that programmatic SEO might help, think twice. It needs many resources for extended periods of time. This is no shortcut. It could be very well a huge trap and very costly one. Your site might get indexed and the domain flagged. So, is programmatic SEO worse in this new AI-first search world? If you've got real authority, good data, and something unique to offer, yes. But go with a strategy. Build small, test it, improve it. On the flip side, if you are thinking of generating 10,000 AI pages with no plan, no value, and no audience fit, please don't. You'll waste time, budget, and possibly harm your site. And if your traffic's already started to tank and you are worried about where it's headed, what's this next? Why SEO traffic drop hits and how to win back. I'll walk you through the 4 major reasons sites lose rankings and exactly how to fix them. Let's get your visibility on track.